Hello there, my name is Retro. The first time you see my channel, use to review cartoon series, anime series. What's something completely random? And today we're going to talk about Paradise Season 3. Now let's get started. Now to be truly honest, I really wasn't sure what to expect on this series because Season 3, well, it says will be weird. But the weird thing is, the show always was sort of weird, always sort of off kilter. So yeah, it's like to claim something that everybody sort of knew. Is because let's face it, this show is not fine art. It's okay, it's fun, it's enjoyable, but sometimes you have to question some of the ideas they do. But besides that, it was okay. I mean, I sort of enjoyed, especially this show had three distinct storylines. One of the storylines is basically Rusty and his father doing a sort of kind of a father bonding kind of situation and focusing mostly on the police commissioner, like he's trying to understand to be a better father, a better cop, a better person. That sort of idea they attempted to do the last couple of seasons, but this one's focused on he wants another son or daughter so he could become a better father. But at the same time, he never really grew up mentally. He never actually know how to be a good parent, and they point that out a lot in this series. And we'll see what happened to Rusty, how he became a simp. I mean, it's the only way to describe it because Rusty, he's probably the more smartest person in the whole room, but at the same time, he kind of fall into the simp territory type of character. Like, he tries not to, but it's sort of what he became. I mean, you could argue with me, he probably wasn't part of the situation, but at the end, yeah, that's how you describe it. That's what he became. Besides that, you also have the second storyline about Fisk, who he stopped being a drug lord, trying to become a better cop, become a better man. Also find out he's married by a dolphin. He asks himself, why do I marry a dolphin? Well, you kind of were for a man with power, so it sort of makes sense in that moment. But being a good man, he decided to keep his dolphin wife and his dolphin son that obviously wasn't his son. You seen the episode, you know what I mean, because it was not his son, it was someone else's. But becoming a good man doesn't mean pretending that didn't happen, but I guess he's willing to accept it because he's willing to change. When change, you accept everything around you. So yeah, I think that sort of makes sense. I mean, it's the show is weird, so yeah, it sort of makes sense in its own context. But that wasn't the focus of Fisk. I mean, that his focus is sort of accepting all the things he has done, especially all the people who mutated because it's his fault, and all the people who are mutated trying to look for him and kill him because, well, he basically was pardoning all the sins he had become. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to forgive someone who did very horrible things to you, and because you also have Dusty, who abused that power, knowing that what he did and do whatever he can make a Fisk life sort of miserable for his own amusement. In fact, Rusty became sort of a Carmen for South Park, but more southern accent and more southern charm, in my opinion. But at the same time, everything he happened to Rusty deserves what he gets. Yeah, I'm okay because that was sort of interesting with how Fisk and Rusty kind of relationship. Like, I say anything and the people will get you. They think you're dead, gone, or arrested. So yeah, I love that sort of kind of very tense frenemies friendship that I really enjoy. Even this show, it was okay. And I think the final storyline of this series is all about the hillbillies finding a sort of island, calling their own. This is a new land. This is ours. And thinking what you actually do with this island, like becoming its own country and sort of failing. Okay, let's do a sort of a festival kind of party that also explores from the faces. The sort of recurring gag, what you do with this island. But at the same time, you know how the show works. It's not what you think it really is, becomes something else. And that was the island became. It became something completely else, become alive once more. The sort of reference in the show of a very popular medium like Star Wars. But was one of the things that I really wasn't expecting much. But I have to say, I was enjoying the ride. I enjoy everything when he did, even some of the things I completely disagree. But besides that, I'm not here being the negative because, let's face it, it's a Paradise PD. You know what you're going into. Besides that, I have one question. Do you actually enjoy this season? Do you think it actually is funny or not? because last season 2 people complained wasn't funny enough. Everyone thinks season 1 was probably the most funniest. This one to me, it was a decent balance of story and comedy because let's face it, the comedy is not the sharpest, but I feel this one was a little bit better. But after that, I really don't care because the only thing I do care is about Fisk. He's the only character I'm actually really invested because he is sort of interesting. Seeing a corrupted cop becoming a good man, designing everything, he became a better person. To me, that's sort of fascinating. The rest of it, not really. I mean, this is the reason why I watch this series. Besides that, I got really nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.